my little flower garden so far. I'm going to be giving a present to my mother for birth flowers, so I need ideas on how to make an arrangement. I'm only giving 3 flowers to her because there's 3 birth dates, August, May, and April. So I'm giving her this lily, the gladiola, and the tulip. A tulip is April, May is a lily, and August is her birthday and my brother's birthday. So the gladiola. Tell me how you would do that in an arrangement. I don't have a clue. And right now I was trying to figure out how to make them put in a stand, and I really suck at it because they are really all crooked. Sorry, that's my air conditioning unit kicking on outside, so that's probably really loud. These are just other flowers. This was my first set ever that I did a couple weeks ago. So I've only been doing this for like probably 3 weeks, maybe 3 to 4 weeks. I painted the gladiola a little darker because someone said they were too light. So I did that. This is just an extra one. And then I've got these lilies. Let's see if I can get above them so you can see them really good. And people have been asking how I'm making them. To give you an idea, they are just out of wire. They're not actual flowers. Somebody actually thought they were real flowers dipped. Thank you so much for that compliment. That is a huge compliment. But they are just wires shaped. If I can pull it out. I take a wire and then I put wiring in the middle and on the sides. And then I shape it into a petal the way I think a flower would look and dip it in dipping resin. So I ended up getting these for the lily. This is a lily petal. So it's just wire on the outside, wire down the middle. And then once it's dipped in the dipping resin, I paint it with UV resin and resin dye. And I used mica powder to paint it. I tried to do a big giant petal for my tulip. I cussed a lot and gave up for right now. I'll end up redoing it because that's me. I get pissed and then I go back at it. Because I got 3 of them to work, even though they're giant. The problem with dipping resin is that it's super fragile, and every time I went to go paint it, it would bust, which really ticked me off. But these are hardy after you get once you're able to get it painted. I had to double dip the dipping resin. And yes, it made it really bubbly, but I took a e-file that I have for nails, and I filed it till it got the bumps and lumps off. And then I went back over it with paint, UV resin paint. I still missed one right there. There's a little bevel. But I'm going to try to do a big giant tulip eventually. And that's what this is. And this is a petal right here. I don't know if you can see that. But that's a giant petal. But every time I dipped it, it would bust because it's so big. I could put another wire there, but I think it would mess up the way a petal looks. So I was able to get these 3. I just got to be patient and try to get this one to work. Eventually I'll get them. It's just taking a lot longer than I want. Normally you can make small by wrapping them 5 times around a cylinder. And that's how you get this, and then you just dip it. And that's how I got those. If anybody wanted to know. There's tutorials out there. That's how I ended up learning, was I just looked up wire resin flowers on YouTube. I think they're gorgeous. I think they look real. And yeah, I just made a leaf. And I use size 5 wires. And then I use, I think this is a 2. This is like sew paper thin. Like you could probably sew with this. It's like sewing thread wire. If I can get that to focus. For the center parts. Super easy to wrap. That's what I use. I noticed on the videos they use thicker ones. But I use the small and it works. But that's it.